All right, this video should be pretty short. We only have, 18, 19, and 20 left. So let's get started. 18 says determine the equation on a line perpendicular to the y-axis. So y-axis is here, perpendicular is here, so that means it needs a slope of 0, right? Remember, our y-axis goes up and down. So this is perpendicular to that, which means that it will be a slope of 0. So determine the equation of a line perpendicular to the y-axis and passes through the point 3, -1. So I know that my m is going to equal 0. We can run through that problem if you like, but it will be very apparent once we get through what it is going to be. So y minus y1, you remember this is x1 and this is y1, y minus y1, which is plus 1 because it's y minus -1. And then we have m, which is 0 times x minus 3. We distribute that 0, and then we get y plus 1 is equal to 0 times x is 0. 0 times -3 is 0, so that is equal to 0. Subtract 1 on both sides to get y is equal to -1, and that will be your equation. Remember, it has to go through that spot. It's going to hit 3. It's going left and right. It's going to be every number on the x-axis, but it has to hit that one, so it's y is equal to -1 for number 18. Number 19. If the function y is equal to x squared plus 8 shifts it, okay, so we have y is equal to x squared plus 8 shifted down 12, and right 3. What is the new function? Write the new function in standard form. So we're going to start with this, and then we're going to make it in standard form. Remember, up and down is controlled by this back number, so we're going to subtract 12. It's moving down. Subtract 12 from positive 8, and we get -4. And then we have x squared over here. But we've just done that movement so far. X squared minus 4. Now we have to do right 3. Right 3 is, you remember, whenever we move left and right, we have to have that inside with x. And right is -3. So we'll have that right there. You remember, right is minus and left is plus. Okay? So we'll have that inside with x, and the square will be on the outside. So y is equal to x minus 3 squared minus 4. Now once in standard form, remember standard form, x and y are both on the same side. No, this is quadratic. So it just wants ax squared plus bx plus c. So we need to work all this out and combine like terms. So anytime we have a binomial in parentheses with squared, it means we need to write it twice, and then we're going to FOIL it, right? You remember doing all that? X times x will give me x squared. X times -3 will give me -3x. -3 times x will give me -3x. And -3 times -3 will give me +9. Don't forget we have a -4 on the back of this. So we have to combine like terms. We're going to combine our x's and we're going to combine our constants, and that will be in standard form. So y is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 5, and that will be our final answer for 19. And then number 20. Oops, sorry about that. Number 20. What is the solution to the system of equations? You remember doing systems? You remember this is two linear equations that cross, and our answer is the point in which they intersect. So we can find this out two different ways. Or three different ways. We can graph it. We could set both of them equal to y, graph it, and find that point. We can do what's called substitution. If you see the two equations, it's actually set up for substitution. X minus 3y is equal to -12. Y is already equal to all this stuff, so we can plug that in for y, solve for x, plug x back in, and solve for y. Or we can do what's called elimination, where we try to get one equation that will have the same coefficient as the other equation and add or subtract the equations to one another, right? And then create a brand new equation. But this one's set up for substitution, so let's do that. So y is equal to all of this. So instead of y, we're going to type in all of that. It's not type in, but write in. So x minus 3, parentheses, 2x minus 1, equals negative 12. And we're going to solve this equation. So distribute the negative 3 and we get x minus 6x plus 3 is equal to negative 12. Combine like terms and we get negative 5x plus 3 is equal to negative 12. Then we subtract 3 on both sides and we get negative 5x is equal to negative 15. Divide by negative 5 and we get x is equal to positive 3. We're not done yet. We have to plug this back into the original equation and solve for y. So y is equal to 2 times 3 minus 1, or y is equal to 6 minus 1, or y is equal to 5. Now we have two answers, but we can write them as 1, which is 3 comma 5. That will be our final answer. That is the point where those will intersect. Those two lines will intersect. All right. Hope you enjoyed your review. If you have any questions, please make sure you ask in the comment section. Please do not send me any more direct emails or private messages. All right. Have a great day. And don't forget to do your test.